exclusive segment. We have been tracking the situation surrounding fine arts education, and across the country, schools are drastically cutting their budgets for their fine arts programs, and in some cases, the programs are cut entirely. Many arts proponents accredit this to the infamous No Child Left Behind Act of 2001, which emphasized the importance of math and reading to the extent of marginalizing all other subjects as schools struggle to meet adequate yearly progress. To administrators, there's no question which subjects are essential, as pictured in the movie Mr. Holland's Opus.
Just as much as you do. And if I'm forced to choose between Mozart and reading and writing and long division, I choose long division.
Well, I guess you can cut the arts as much as you want, Gene. Sooner or later, these kids aren't going to have anything to read or write about.
Mr. Holland's Opus is an accurate fictional representation of the crisis-hurting arts programs nationwide. Oftentimes, arts education is viewed as fluff and expendable, and while there have recently been reforms under the Every Student Succeeds Act that states students should have a well-rounded education that includes the arts, there is no guarantee to the extent of that education, which allows schools to still cut away at their arts programs. Contrary to popular belief, arts education is by no means superfluous. Arts education helps prepare your child for school, work, and most importantly, life. Students who are exposed to the arts are more likely to score higher on tests, develop critical thinking, and be engaged in their studies. The arts can strengthen a student's problem-solving and creative ability, increase their capacity for leadership, and build a collaboration and community. Last but not least, the arts can strengthen your child's perseverance. Now we will hear from arts education proponent Dr. Linda Nathan from the Boston Arts Academy.
I want all of our schools to be places where young people, these are sophomores and juniors in high school, can learn to work together, show such perseverance, such incredible dedication, ensemble behavior. That's what these people are learning. Listening to one another, listening to the music, learning how to direct one another, learning how to do work at the highest level of excellence. That brings me to my theory. When I visit schools, the place where young people feel the safest, where young people feel they can be themselves, is almost always the arts teacher's classroom. And that, of course, in our public schools, are the places that are being cut faster and faster in favor of double English, double math, to pass tests that I'm not sure will create a society that we're all proud of.
Arts education does not just teach your child how to harness their creativity by producing noise that vaguely resembles Mary Had a Little Lamb on their instrument, or drawing something other than a stick figure. For many students, the arts are their passion and their niche. But in the face of stark budget cuts, Dr. Linda's view of the arts as a safe space does not hold sway with administrators. Instead, proponents of arts education often have to turn to raw data and statistics to prove the worth of the arts, and even then, a recitation of the endless list of positive case studies normally isn't enough to dissuade cuts.
I could cite you research that shows that when children are engaged in the arts, they are 4 times more likely to be recognized for academic achievement. They have higher GPAs, higher SAT scores, and they are more likely to both go to and graduate from college. And still, according to the U.S. Department of Education, there are over 6 million high-poverty kids in this country who have no arts or music in their classes. Still, the kids who need it the most are getting it the least. And why is that? Well, everybody says the arts are great, and everybody thinks kids should have them in their schools, but they think they're a luxury. They're something you can only afford after you've solved the school's real problems. But they're wrong. Because the arts are not just a flower, something beautiful to be given to children when we or they can afford it. They're also a wrench, a tool that can be used to help tackle some of a school's most difficult challenges.
Across the nation, arts proponents are making a stand to keep successful fine arts programs in schools. A budget cut can mean the difference between mediocre and outstanding, In order to win this fight, the arts community needs you, parents, to raise your voice along with ours. When organized, parents can be administration's worst nightmare. Get involved with local organizations that contact legislators and school boards regarding arts education. Support campaigns through donations. Sign petitions. Hold signs. Raise awareness throughout your community so that when the arts are threatened, there is a basis of support. Even if you only mention to friends in passing what a difference arts education has made in your child's life, you are helping us take a stand. It is easy to be apathetic to fine arts budget cuts if they have not happened at your child's school. It is just as easy to face budget cuts at your child's school with resignation and concession. Just because the arts have always been the first to go does not mean they have to continue to be cut. Nationwide, arts programs, faculty, students, and other parents are actively attempting to fight the threats to their programs. Join the fight to save arts education by signing petitions and working campaigns. If your child's arts program is in danger, don't wait for an act of Congress to save the program. What can you do in your school with nobody's permission?